Well, hello there. This is Slightly Maggie, and this is Maggie Slight. And I am so sorry that we've had a little bit of a glitch for a few weeks. I attempted to record an episode, hello dog, but I had some technical difficulties, to be honest. The item I usually use to record these on no longer interacted with my microphone. And I like the quality of this microphone so much better. So I don't want to go back. So please just hang with me while I iron out these few things while we get this podcast up and running every other week. At least I'm doing a little bit better than I did last year. Line by line by line. And I've decided that this is a vlog cast because so many of the people who actually interact with this are interacting with the video version of this that's on YouTube. And I might be sharing clips on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. Who knows? Oh, did you notice? Look. I cut off all my hair, but I'm not done yet. So on Friday, I have an appointment to do something really special with my hair. I have an appointment at around 2, or I think it is at 2:00 this Friday, which is the 18th of March, and at 6:00. On March 18th, I'm going to have a live on TikTok, and I will do a reveal. Who knows? I might do a live on Facebook or YouTube also. I've never done a live on YouTube. I think I have the capability. So I have a lot of different things, and I do have a lot of devices, so I could go live on multiple platforms, but I know I'm going to go live on TikTok. So that is a for sure going to happen. So join me on Friday, the 18th on TikTok at Neurodivergent Granny. That is my handle over on TikTok, Neurodivergent Granny. I'm going to put that right on the screen there for you. So if you don't follow me on TikTok, come over to TikTok and follow me at Neurodivergent Granny. So we're going to do the reveal of what this hair is going to end up. But I had to cut off the braids because I was done. Just done. And for the first time in months, you may have noticed, I did a little makeup. And I actually did that live on TikTok. So that was fun. Neurospicy Pocket hung out with me and we did that. Here's a little bit. If you've never heard the expression neurospicy, it is a label that several of us who are neurodivergent with autism and ADHD, we're a little spicy. So neurospicy can refer to multiply neurodivergent people. And so I have a few other things that I need to mention. Today was so exciting. If you do not have your Google Alerts set with your name and like your handles that you use, like I use Neurodivergent Granny on TikTok, but handles that you use on social media and your name, if you don't have those set on your Google Alerts, I woke up today to an email from Google, from one of my Google Alerts of my name. And what had happened is, so here's the progression of events. Last year, I decided to make a simple video. It was one of the first videos that I was really making of a compilation and trying to teach something. And that was the first video that way was about the farmer's market and using EBT SNAP benefits, or previously known as food stamps. Well, what happened is somebody saw that video and they decided they wanted to interview me about that and about using SNAP benefits and how that's benefited my life, and in my garden. In my garden. See, these plants that are growing right here are actually second generation. They are growing from fruits that I ate, or that I harvested out of my garden last year that I bought as plants at the farmer's market with my matching market match dollars from food stamps. And that's what I was explaining, how to use the market match program. So Crosscut, which is part of PBS, interviewed me, and they put that out on their website. Well, several people have republished that, and and then after it's been republished by other outlets, The Sun actually did an article about a different article, but it's a composite type of article telling people how to use things, how to use these SNAP benefits at farmers markets, and the different benefits that are available in different states. And apparently in New York, you can actually get some sort of a health bucks or something like that that match. It's like, in all different areas, there's all these different programs, which I didn't know. I only knew about Washington's program, and I was trying to get a little bit more publicity for Washington's program so that people could understand that you can buy healthy local food and you can even grow your food for free if you use the market match program. And I did another video about the market match program. It's a little 40-second short that just quickly tells you how to do it. And I'm growing food for free this year. And it's exciting. You should grow food for free too. So a lot of things happened. That was the thing that happened today. But the things that happened in the last 4 weeks that I haven't talked to you, we've been talking about podcasts, interviews that I have done with Mormon adjacent podcasts. One was Holy Human, which I did 2 podcasts with, one before I left the Mormon Church and one after I left the Mormon Church. And the second one that was published and was my interview with Called to Queer. And that was a fabulous interview. And I'm going to insert a clip here for you to listen to a little bit from Called to Queer about why I left the Mormon Church and when did my shelf break. Listen. It's very difficult for a convert who's coming in with dissociative identity disorder because, especially with, I'm also autistic, and so I look for very clear definitions of how I'm supposed to act and how I'm supposed to be. And I wasn't finding that in the Mormon community. I was finding, okay, you have this group over here and you have this group over here, and never the twain shall meet. And I didn't understand that. It made no sense to me. So we created an altar for each. A lot of people in the post-Mormon community use the expression their shelf broke, or putting things on the shelf. And I had never heard, I had isolated myself so much during the 9 years of being in the church. I had never heard that expression until after my shelf broke, after a couple of months after my shelf broke, actually.
Yep.
But it's a way to visually and mentally, look at cognitive dissonance in putting everything that just doesn't fit on that shelf.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I did not realize just how heavy my shelf was until after it was broken.
Yeah. Great. Thank you. That is a great way to see it.
So if you have any questions about that, feel free to message me or post them wherever you see this posted. So another little bit of update. I've had my KAFOs, my knee braces, for about a month and a half now. And yesterday I started physical therapy finally for the first time in a little over a year. I've spent a year fighting to get my braces for my knees, and now I'm starting physical therapy, which is working on my upper body strength and is working on standing tolerance and walking strength and working on all of that. So I'm really excited about how that's going to go, but my body and my life are going to change. I know I use this wheelchair for many different reasons. Not how much I use it may change, but I will always need it for my worst days. That's not going to change. And I know that. And I'm not trying to change that. I am trying to strengthen my core more. So perhaps I can use a manual wheelchair. If I strengthen my core and my arms and my shoulders, I might be able to use a manual wheelchair for a while. And I might be able to dance for a while. If I work on strengthening my legs and working on my knees and my balance so I'm not falling as much, I might be able to stand for a few more years and do a few more of the things that I like to do standing. But there's always going to be a time when I'm exhausted. There's always going to be a time when my tachycardia is my heart is beating way too fast and I need to sit down. It's a part of the Ehlers-Danlos. It's a part of the systemic genetic issue that I have going on with my body, that it's not going to change. I can strengthen myself and work on my endurance and work on parts that I can control. And that's what I am going to do. That's what I have fought over a year for these knee braces, to be able to have the stability to actually work on my body. Now I can do that. Now comes the hard part. So this is the part of the transformation that actually goes into my second book. But I'm finishing my first book. And part of finishing my first book, I'm producing a video series called Living Unhoused, years 1 through 7.5. And for TikTok, I have already published years 1 through 6. So if you're on TikTok, you can go back and see I've abbreviated LUY 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I really suggest that you watch them in order. After I publish them all, I will be publishing them long form on YouTube for other people to see as a whole, or for everybody to see as a whole. I will also be linking them in my blog, but at maggieslight.com. But here's the thing. This is a tool. This is a tool that I am using to, especially this last part that I'm just starting to produce now. This is a tool that I'm using to get back into the mindset of writing my book, of finishing my book, because I only have a couple more chapters to finish and I have to edit it, and that's going to take a bit, but I also have to sell it. I have to sell it to an agent. I have to sell it to a publishing house. This is the hard part. This is the part that I hate. I am so nervous about. But it's time to do it. And the card that ran on prayers is going to be out there. I know it is. And I know that you're just going to love reading it. But if you want to get a little bit of a jump on it, you can watch the videos that lead up to how it happened. And that's where I'm going to leave you. I hope that you have an absolutely excellent the rest of your March, that it marches right through and happiness. But that being said, I'm not going to ignore the world where we are. And glory to Ukraine. Sending love and light and wishes for peace across this world. I love you. Love and light from Maggie Slightly. Peace.